Unmute yourself, Missy. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm well. How old are you?
26.
26. Okay. So what are we talking about? What do you have for me on the topic today?
To be honest, I just came in, but I see the title is
Who's more
modern women
toxic?
more toxic than men.
Yeah. Are women
Um,
more
I would say half and half.
No, it can't be half and half.
Okay, so you want a yes or no answer?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a fair question. I mean, it's like, do you really think it's split down the middle 50-50?
I
So
mean, it
here's the
depends. Honestly.
criteria. Toxicity is uh, evaluated based upon cheating, sexual and non-sexual time and attention, abuse, physical, mental and emotional, lying, whether it's lies of omission, it's deception, and then abandonment, breaking up, leaving. Who does those four things more, men or women?
I'd say men.
Men cheat more than women.
I would. I mean, from what I've seen, yes.
Okay.
Obviously, I haven't. I don't really know the real,
Women and men
statistics.
cheated. Okay. Okay. You talking about sexual cheating?
Sexual cheating, emotional
Oh no, no,
cheating.
hold on. Emotional cheating. You mean to tell me that men have more females in their friend zone than women have men in their friend zone?
No, I mean it does
Okay,
depend on
then
the woman,
stop. Then
but
that's cheating. Women have a
having male
friend.
friends.
Hold on. Men in your friend zone is just break glass in case of emergency dick. It's attention. It's cheating. How many women could hand their phone over to their significant other unlocked, and their text messages, their emails, and their DMs would stand up to not dealing with flirtatious men?
Not many.
Then women cheat more because
Yeah.
men cheat 24% rate. Women and men cheat roughly at the same rates, but women, when it comes to attention, cheat at a far higher rate. All right, let's get on to abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse. Who is more emotionally or verbally abusive, men or women?
Men.
Really?
Yeah.
So when you have women saying, talk about you a bitch, you a fag, you got a little dick you can't screw, you see men are being verbally abusive to women in public.
In today's age,
You see
no. A lot
men
of
being verbally abusive to women in public.
well, I mean, if you're speaking
You
about,
see men being verbally abusive to men to women in public.
yeah, yeah,
Where?
social media in person.
No. That's not in public. That's online. In person, where?
Well, in person, as in like relationships, people, I've seen,
Where?
I've seen.
Where?
I mean, to give you an example, I've seen, um, couples argue in public before, and I've
Okay,
seen a
and when you
man.
see couples argue in public, you're telling me that you see women being more verbally and emotionally abusive, men being more verbally and emotionally abusive to women than the opposite. Ma'am, that is outright lie. It's false. There have been so many experiments pulled on this. You can go on YouTube right now and just look at situations where they will have a man berating a woman in person, and everyone comes to this woman's aid. And then a woman can be actually hitting a man in the same area, and people just avoid it. Ma'am, you're not being honest.
No, I feel like I'm being honest. I mean, I Yeah, I mean, there's literally songs out today
All right.
verbally abusing.
So can women talk about cutting men's dicks off on TV and laugh about it?
Yes.
Can men talk about doing any kind of violence like that to women and laugh about it, let alone not be canceled?
I mean, most of the time, no.
What do you mean most of the time? Don't play with me.
Most of the time, but there's
Most of the
platforms now.
time, man, don't play with me. You answered succinctly when I asked about women to men. And see, this is the part of the problem, the disingenuousness. You know, women can openly talk about being violent to men. I got a video up on Instagram right now with over 500,000 views where a woman talk about if your man cheat on him, beat his ass. It's fun. Women talk about keying a man's car and doing all kind of stuff. Are you going to have a serious conversation? Or are we going to, or do we just need to get out of here? Because you've already struck out two. You know, and I both know women can sit around and talk about being abusive to men and laugh about it. A man says anything about a woman and you want to cancel him. If we're not on that same page, there's no reason to even have a conversation.
I mean, I do agree in some ways, but I
There's no
can't always
some
agree.
ways, ma'am. Who are more okay, are women allowed to get away with being abusive to men on public, in line, and in the world without consequence?
Yes.
Are men allowed to do the same thing without consequence?
No.
Then what are you talking about? Chris Brown was just 2 weeks ago, a woman accused him of the R word. Remember?
Yes.
Is she in jail?
No.
She was suing him for how many million?
Remember, it was definitely a lot, though.
And does that happen more often than? And when do you hear about this with men? See, this is the problem. You ladies are not honest. The violence thing, the abuse thing is far more tilted with women. Women are emotionally, verbally, and physically more abusive than men. Women put their hands on men all the time.
Yeah, I can agree. I can agree with
So
that.
so then the abuse thing, ma'am, is all physical, mental, verbal, all of it tilted to women. Cheating. You already admitted that women are there's DMs and things couldn't stand up. You're talking about having sex, and men and women cheated roughly the same rates. So already the seesaw is already heavily tilted in on women's down. Next, lying. Who lies more, men or women?
Men.
Really? Is that your hair?
No.
That's a lie. A woman's
Okay,
very
but
existence, ma'am, excuse me, an attempt to deceive. That is not your hair. Women lie through your existence. Waist trainers, makeup.
yeah,
Ask a
but it doesn't.
woman's age. Excuse me,
But
ma'am.
the question was
Oh,
who lies more.
we're getting there. We're just starting from the top.
Okay.
Hair. Are most women wearing their natural hair today?
Most women, probably not.
No, then that's a lie. Most women are they wearing their are women wearing their nails? Are they wearing some sort of acrylics or press-ons, those long adornments?
Mostly acrylics.
Oh, thank you. Another lie. Makeup. How many women come out of the face, out of the house with just their natural face? Most
Probably
women.
not all.
Thank you, ma'am. Do you not
That
understand
does,
that those are? Excuse me, ma'am. It's not makeup. It's a lie. It's not how you look. And see, the fact of the
okay.
matter is,
Oh,
the fact of the matter, audience, is women have been so conditioned to be able to lie to us. If a man who was 5'6" walked around with 3-inch lifts in his shoes, women can walk, but y'all walk around with heels. You walk around with fake hair, fake nails, makeup. Now you got waist trainers, all other kind of stuff. Men, women, it is a woman's prerogative to change her mind. That's an old adage, right?
yeah.
Allowing women to be flaky. How many times do you think how many women today are actually single, meaning talking to how many single women actually have no men that they're talking to? What percentage?
Oh, I'm not sure. It's
But
probably low though. Usually you
right.
do have.
But then you ask an average single woman if she's single, and are single women today truly single?
No, they usually have a backup or two.
Then that's another lie now, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it just depends on how what if you don't really want to go around meeting people being like, yeah, I'm talking to 4 or 5 people right now.
Why
Usually
not?
people don't really,
Why not?
I guess this steers the other person from speaking to you, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So you
so a lot of,
lie. So you lie. You take a
but
man's excuse me. You take a man's choice away. If a man does not want to deal with a woman who is talking to several men, by lying to him, you take his choice away. If that man had a sexually transmitted disease and didn't tell you before having sex with you, wouldn't he be taking your choice away to decide to not have sex with him?
yes.
Thank you. See, it's funny to me that women can get real clear when it's them, but when it's us, it's all very gray area. So, ma'am, women lie more than men. Most modern women's very existence is a lie. You lie about your body count. You lie about your weight. You lie about your age, credit rating, jobs, all kind of stuff.
But you
Women
don't
lie.
think,
Women lie. I'm sorry, lie. Go
but
ahead.
you don't think the same.
Excuse me.
You don't think men do the exact
No,
same.
no way, no. How are men walking around physically lying?
Well, I mean, physically, you can't really physically lie on a man, but
Then stop
relationship.
right there, ma'am. Then stop right there. Then there's no way to even bring that into parity.
But what about relationship status and things
A
like that
man
of
is
that nature?
you're no men. 30% of men under 30 are virgins.
I don't know about that.
That's the problem. When women think about men, you only think about the men you want to fuck. You don't think about all men. And
No,
I
I
said,
mean,
excuse me,
I think,
excuse me, you don't know, and I do, because I've studied the numbers. And that's the problem. Women today are so disconnected from who men are. You focus on the top 20% or top 10% of the men that you find attractive. Why is it so hard for you to believe that 30% of men?
well, because I've dated in my past time, and I have girlfriends, and a lot of the men that I've met or they've met are definitely not virgins. They're definitely sleeping around for sure,
Mm-hmm. And
and under 30.
excuse me. And what about the men that wanted to date you that you did not date?
Um, most of them were the same.
No. What about the men that wanted to sleep with you or date you that you rejected? And the same with your friends. Who were they going to turn to?
No, they would turn to the man who has slept around compared to a man who probably hasn't. But I mean,
There's
I'm
no
just
but,
saying.
man. You just cut your own argument right there. You only talk about the men that you and your friends are kicking it with. The men that get rejected, you just assume where are they going to go. Man, no disrespect, man. But are you walking around with a bunch of supermodels as friends?
No, but they're pretty.
Uh, uh okay.
They're
Excuse me. I'm
cute.
trying to. I'm trying to be light. I don't think you want to go down that path.
They're pretty. They're pretty. They're pretty
Okay,
women.
man.
They're
But
not.
all right. But what about the men that you reject though? If they can't get you and you're average, where do guys
Yeah,
who can't get an average woman go?
they go to other women. Right?
You're not. They don't even
Single.
get it, guys. They don't get it. They don't get
I'm
it.
not a
Gentlemen,
lot.
ladies, audience. This is how women think. You to have sex. A woman just has to offer sex, and somebody will do it. They think because they can get laid, it's as easy for men to get laid. Absolutely not. So, lying, women deceive far more often than men. And then abandonment, ma'am.
I mean, in
Leaving.
a relationship.
And nope,
So,
nope, we've already gone down that path. Abandonment, breaking up in relationships. How many times has a man left you?
I mean, to be honest, I've been in a relationship for like 6 years, so I can't really.
How many times have you ever had a man break up and leave you?
Yes. Yes.
How many relationships have you had?
4.
How many of those have a man left you?
Um, 2 out of them, out of 4.
Mhm. Right. In marriages today in the black community, 8 out of 10 divorces are found by women. Women leave relationships at anywhere from a 70 to 90% clip.
Well,
Women
I
are
can
the
believe that. I can
So
believe
if
that for sure.
women are, so why are women afraid of somebody divorcing them or leaving them when you're the ones that walk out of boyfriend and girlfriend relationships, dating and marriages? Why are women worried about men lying on them when women openly walk around living a lie, breathing a lie to where you can't even separate the truth from fiction? Why do women worry about men cheating when women cheat at almost the same rate sexually and cheat far more when it comes to males in their friend zone, time and attention and resources from your beta male orbiters and friends? Why are women so afraid about men and abuse when women are far more abusive emotionally, verbally, and increasingly physically? According to what you've just laid down, your own words, women are far more toxic. And that's why your godfather is where he is. Because women do not deal with reality. They do not deal with truth. And you have to break down each and every one of their discussions and arguments, point by point by point. And then at the end, she still will not admit that women are more toxic. She'll say, well, it just depends. Well, it just
No, I mean,
depends.
I can see women being more toxic in today's age for sure. I just do think that there's it's just kind of hard to say all women are more toxic when there's a lot of,
Well, see what I mean? See what I mean? She just did it.
I
It's
just,
hard to say
I'm just,
all women. Ma'am, are generalizations valid?
yes, you could say, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you're right.
So
You're right
why
on that
is it,
one.
why? But I want you to understand the emotional gymnastics women and women like yourself go through to not hold women accountable. It's just hard to say all women. How many women does it need to pertain to for it to be all? How many women is enough to say all? What
I
percentage?
would say at least 50%.
And the and everything I've given you is far more than the majority. But you still said it's hard to say all. But this is the point. This is my
Yeah.
point, folks. And understand something. This is why men are so frustrated dealing with women because you guys one after one. No, it's men. No, it's not men. It's you guys.
Well, if you go back to the abandonment part really quick, I mean,
Uh-huh.
usually women leave because of what the man did. So
That's the lie. Just like cheating, the abandonment is I divorced him because of abuse, cheating, or lying, and I just broke those three down as the precursor to abandonment. That's why I did it that way. Because most women leave on some bullshit.
usually cheating or abuse.
Which is already,
Usually the
I want you to understand. How can you say cheating or abuse when women and men cheat at the same, damn near the same rates? Do
yeah,
you not
I just
understand when women, do you not understand, ma'am, seriously, that women don't want to look bad, so they lie?
yeah, and that's half of the
How many women have you met who name me the women you have met and off the rip they tell you, you know what, my marriage failed all because of me. My relationship failed, it was all on me. Have you ever met one woman that said, you know what, I got average pussy and the relationship that I had, it was all on me?
no, no.
Thank you. Thank you. Because women
A lot
lie.
of accountability for their role in the relationship and what they've done to
Because
damage.
women lie. Because women lie. So you
But
can't
men,
listen to what women have to. No, but, ma'am, you had enough. Enough. Enough with the bullshit. Women simply lie. And the fact that this woman keeps saying, but, hello,
Hello.
who's
Hello.
that? Marilyn?
Well, that has been a very nice video for everyone to watch. And if you have enjoyed it fully, I think I want to believe that you have learned something, one or two things that you have picked out. Now, the biggest question in this video that we have interfaced is for us to agree or disagree whether women are liars or men are liars more than the women. And I want to believe this is where the biggest contestation has been between Kevin Samuels and this particular modern woman. You know, it's quite subjective. If a woman, it becomes normal for a woman to come out and say that men are much more liars than us. And for a man, it's much more clearer when they come out to say, you know what, women are liars than the men because of maybe their past experiences, what they have gone through, what they have seen. Someone comes out and adds and says, with what I've gone through, with what I've been observing around the world, I believe women are more liars. Men are more liars. That's why I want to believe this topic is very subjective. However, Kevin Samuels breaks it down for everyone to understand, for everyone to agree that much as we're a woman, much as we're a man, when you put the facts down, it comes down to a fact that I think women could be more liars. Looking at the fact that a woman grows up not knowing who she is, but grows up and changes herself. We see women tending to wear hair that is not theirs, put on lipstick that's not theirs, put on waist liners and gaiters, name it all intended to change who they are, having a smaller waist, making themselves slimmer and better. Now, to a natural woman, it may not seem like you are lying. But if you look at it critically well, you are tending to, or you're changing who you are to look like someone else. And naturally, you are lying, you know. And that's where I want to agree with Kevin Samuels. And I want to believe that's where I think even all men would agree with him. That women may not be liars, but by nature, they may not understand that they're liars. And I want to believe so with the fact that Kevin Samuels just explains it and makes it clear for everyone to understand. And I want to believe that some women that have been quite listening in can agree with Kevin Samuels that women are liars. You may not agree, but they are. They are. And it's at this point that I want to listen to what you think, guys. What do you think about this entire topic? We have had Kevin Samuels speak vividly and strongly about how women are liars. And he has convinced me. I don't believe Kevin Samuels has convinced you as well to agree that this particular modern woman is not sure of what she's talking about. And indeed, women are more liars. In fact, they're stronger liars than the men. That's my analogy, that's my thinking, and that's what I believe in because Kevin Samuels has persuaded me to believe so. Because I may come out here and bring you points per point to show you how men are liars as well, much as I'm a man. But when you look at how Kevin Samuels just explained it, he makes it seem natural for anyone to at least agree with him that women are indeed bitter liars. You know, women tend to go even for surgery to change who they are. Women do everything possible to look better. In fact, it's in the nature of a woman to appeal more to the audience. And in trying so to appeal to the audience, you change your body, you change many things about who you are, and all that, even before God, is a lie. One might say, then, how about we go spiritual? How about we go biblical? If you look at even the Bible itself, Eve lied to Adam and convinced him to eat that forbidden fruit. And there we see seed coming to the world. It came into the world as a result of what Eve told Adam, and Adam accepted the lie and went ahead and enjoyed the fruit. Now, I don't want to talk more about such topics because I want to go in line with what Kevin Samuels just explained, and I want to believe that you and I can pick a point or two from what Kevin Samuels just brought to light. Are women liars? Who is a better liar? What do you think about this topic? Share with me your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll gladly be able and willing to read them all. Be blessed, guys, and I want to thank Kevin Samuels for this video and for the information he left us with. If you have any concerns, kindly share them in the comment section as well. And of course, your thoughts as well about this topic. And see you in the next video. Bye-bye.